This pretty English cottage dates back to the early 19th century, and the moment you step inside, you honestly feel like a character in a Jane Austen novel. Now, the interior was planned by the Duchess of Devonshire herself. The Duchess said, "I want to create a cottage that feels Jane Austen inspired." The cottage feels so elegant. I really love it. Joerg does as well. So you see a lot of antique furnishings and beautiful paintings in here that are either from the Chatsworth collection itself or from vintage auctions. It is really wonderful. When we arrived, we instantly chose this room, not knowing that the bed would be a tiny bit too short for us, but we still love it so much. We just adore all the pattern in here. It's so cozy, and this fabric is gorgeous too. Sadly, I don't know where it's from. It might be antique. Okay, we just returned from the farm shop. It was so incredibly busy, so we only filmed a little bit. I think that's probably the highlight because Joerg wanted to buy himself some biscuits for tea.
And then I saw this.
Yes, we were about to leave and then we spotted this for you. So that's your weekend treat.
Yes.
Called...
I survived.
Yes. No, it looks perfect.
It's a scone.
A scone. You have to take it out because it's so big. Look at this. So that's called a let me double check. Fresh cream cherry and sultana scone.
think this is our 4th time here, and if you haven't been and love a wonderful stately home, we can really recommend it. Also, if you are, just like me, a huge fan of Pride and Prejudice and Jane Austen, part of it were filmed here. It was the version with Keira Knightley and Matthew Macfadyen, such a beautiful version. So this is one of the reasons why the Duchess of Devonshire wanted to design the cottage in a, well, Jane Austen inspired style, and she, if you ask me, completely nailed it.
Joerg and I travelled to Carmarthenshire in southwest Wales to show you a characterful and very peaceful Welsh cottage from the 18th century. It is so exciting to finally share a cottage here in Wales with you, because I think you will really love it. It's so beautiful. This rustic cottage was hand built by rural farm workers in 1755. To the right is the beautiful living room, and as you can see, it has an original inglenook fireplace with a traditional cast iron range. You feel like stepping back in time. So many original features, because we said this morning many people buy old properties and rip everything out, and these properties just lose their charm and character, but here it's quite the opposite. But now I must show you my favourite room, because when we arrived last night and stepped inside, I said to Joerg, I love this space. So this is the parlour, and here you have such a gorgeous mantle. I don't know, I love how it's decorated. Now, the mantle and this clock, this is Welsh slate, and slate is such an authentic material, because if you go to North Wales, for example, North Wales is rich with slate. Isn't this wonderful? It's quite airy and spacious. I really like it. So the bed is an antique cast iron bed, and as you can see, it's not very big, but because it's still winter, we are totally fine with it. We just cuddle and snuggle up, and it's wonderful. And the bedroom here has an interlocking second bedroom with a traditional Welsh box bed. So the cottage is for 4 people, but I would say this small bed would be great for children. So 1 or 2 children would be quite happy in here, I think. I think it screams coziness, doesn't it?
Yes, it screams coziness.
So because the rain is so heavy today, we can't go outside. And now, what now?
Tea.
And cake.
Cake.
Because what do the British say? Drink tea, eat cake, and carry on.
Yeah, and that's what we'll do.
Exactly. Now, we have to admit, this Victoria sponge cake isn't homemade. We bought it. But
it will still taste excellent.
yes. This is Caddy Cottage, which stands in the beautiful countryside of Suffolk in the east of England. It was built around 1818 by a member of the Wedgwood family, and as you can see, it has its name from its shape because it's formed like a tea caddy. How magical is this? The interiors are based on Wedgwood designs, but with a little bit of a contemporary twist. The holiday cottage sleeps 4 people, and we're here in this so-called water lily bedroom. This is where Joerg and I are staying. It has its name from the beautiful wallpaper called Water Lily, which is from Clark & Clark and part of a collaboration with Wedgwood. The Wedgwood collection is called Botanical Wonders. And you can spot the wallpaper, which is quite a bold floral and bird print. It's from Little Green called Pavona, and an example of a late 19th century wallpaper printing. It's really nice. Absolute favourite room. The curved shape makes it so special, and as you can see, the windows up here are Gothic. I love Gothic windows so much. Well, this is a custom-made kitchen. Is the so-called Emerald Forest bedroom, which is amazing. This is another wallpaper from Clark & Clark in collaboration with Wedgwood. Very bold, very colourful, but it just works. we're here in the Stour Valley and Dedham Vale, which is also known as Constable Country because the famous painter John Constable was born in the area.
So, dinner is served, milady.
Let me see. Looks good.
Yes, I hope it's to your liking.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. This is the backdrop for or of John Constable's most famous painting, the Llwyn from 1821.
And it seems like time stood still.
Yes, you can see the River Stour, and in the back is Willie Lott's house. I think he used to be a tenant farmer here.
Yes, and he lived here for 80 years.
And you also said he only spent 4 days away from the cottage.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Think about that. Not traveling.
I know. But I must say, I really love the painting. It looks very romantic.
Yeah, but nothing's changed that much.
No. Hello from Philham Cottage in North Devon. This 500-year-old, very small and enchanting English cottage is the perfect spot for a peaceful weekend. Filming might be a little bit tricky here because I think this is the smallest English cottage we ever stayed at. It's tiny. So we're in the sitting room straight away, which is so cozy and simply very charming. You can probably tell the ceiling is very low, but the cottage is 500 years old, so for one, people were just smaller, and also it made heating or keeping this place warm so much easier. So low ceiling, smaller windows. I need to show you this. So here in the sitting room and in the kitchen are curtains that have birds on them. And today, or this morning, I'm wearing a bird dress, so it's very fitting, I think. I hope you like it. So here is the kitchen. Also very simple, but it has absolutely everything you need. So have a look here. Although it's simple, it's very charming. We stumbled upon this place about 1.5 years ago and said, okay, we need to stay here for a week. Let me go up first because everything is so tiny. Okay, this is our very small bedroom. A very comfy bed though, so that's always good and important if you ask me. This is the view from here. And that's it. There's a small path leading to the thatched cottage. To the left is the stream. It's quite magical, isn't it?
Yes, I love this view.
Yeah, me too.
It's like discovering something new.
Yes. Be careful. It's so tiny, yet I don't know. It's honestly very charming.
Yeah.
I do love those are ducks, right? On the rooftop?
Yep, they're ducks.
It's so cute. It's gorgeous. What do you think?
The colour is amazing.
Yeah, it's so vibrant.
I love this view.
Yes, it's very special, isn't it?
Yes, and you can see the ducks.
Yes. Did you know that Tom Hiddleston was down there filming The Night Manager?
No.
That it was used as a filming
It
location.
was used for the night manager.
Yes. So,
Really?
yes. So, it was used for The Night Manager. So, here the entire scenery and the cottage. And where the outside, I think the outside and the Guernsey Literary Potato Peel Society.
Oh, okay.
Part of it were filmed here, and also Sense and Sensibility, the mini-series with Dan Stevens. Now, this is the weather situation on the morning we have to leave. Heavy rain. Well, we've been incredibly lucky, so we can't complain. This is the season where many of us just want to slow down and get cozy. We actually found the perfect tiny English cottage for it. So behind me is the gatehouse at Llwyn on Maen, near Oswestry in England, right on the Welsh border.
Welcome to our tiny cottage. Come in and Kirsten will show you around.
Okay, here on the left is the very tiny kitchen, but it has everything you need. Now here is the very elegant sitting room. It's a grey and chilly day today, so we made a fire. Because this cottage is so tiny, the sitting room feels very elegant, doesn't it? I think a lot of the fabrics in here are actually from Colfax and Vale, for which I have a huge passion. That's beautiful. I just love things like that. And I don't know, it goes so well because so many people shy away from combining patterns.
Yeah, but it looks
It works.
good and elegant.
Absolutely works. And on the other side, let me turn around, is the dining area, breakfast nook. The wooden furniture you can see here is from the 17th century. It's so characterful. We do have spode here, spode china. How great is that? Absolutely gorgeous, one of my favourite patterns. So you probably noticed the staircase gives it a little bit more of a contemporary feel. Also the mirrors, so it's great. It's a great mixture. But I think it's a clever solution that they did mirrors here because it gives it a little bit more of a spacious feeling. And also here is a cupboard, so you can put your clothes in here. As you can see, the bedroom is upstairs and it's open which gives it such an airy feel. It's a tiny cottage, but you don't really feel it, maybe apart from the kitchen. This is the view towards the main house. Isn't it beautiful? Parts of it are actually from the 12th century. And although we are in England, this very much remains a Welsh house because centuries ago, this was in Wales. This looks and smells so good already. So we didn't make the puff pastry ourselves. It's gluten-free. That's why, yeah, it wasn't a lot of work, was it?
No.
It was easy to make.
Very easy. And I think it will be really good.
Yeah.
Because the cheese is really strong.
And I just...
And it gives a lot of flavour.
Yes, I just tried the filling. It's so good with the, I don't know, with the herbs and the greens. So that goes into the oven for
30 minutes.
40 minutes. We love this place.
Yes, and if you want to relax, wind down.
Have sheep in front of your window when you wake up?
Yes, it's a place you have to go to.
Yes, we can really recommend it.